Hi, thanks for watching this video. Today I just wanted to share with you my first attempt at an oil painting on Procreate, and I wanted to attempt this as I would normally do with oil and canvas. So naturally I'll choose the oil paint brush and that opacity on about 85 to 90%. We haven't got tubes of paint here, so I tried to get some sort of cerulean blue for that background and just experiment with a bit of purple in the mountains just to see what happens. All sorts of cold colours. I don't know if there's anything like a palette knife on here, but I'll just work with whatever look okay, like that brush there. I'd use a palette knife normally for a quick painting. I'm just going to blend that in anyway. I'm just experimenting with what I can see. And if you can see, I'm not using anything on 100% opacity so far, just so everything's got a bit of softness. I was just doing things and hoping it all work out. I've done quite a few paintings like this before, tutorials and stuff, but that's kind of off the top of my head today. But it is quite a common scene really, a typical winter landscape. But today I'm learning as I'm going and thinking how oil paint does respond on canvas and trying to just hope that work out the same. I just mess around with that blending on the mountains. Hopefully that'll be like the water line at the bottom there. I'll try and fit a few trees in there. I'm not sure if they work, but one of the good things about digital art, you can go back to things, move things about and delete them as well. Get back to that blending brush. So you can see I'm just moving this up and down to blend it in. But in the end, hopefully that'll look like a reflection, all that blending when I pull it down. Hopefully that'll look like a reflection of the mountains. I think that'll do. Get on with some of that foreground. Just need a little bit of dark earth down there, some sort of embankment underneath the snow. As you can see, this is actually sped up quite a bit. That did actually take me quite a few hours to do this, but luckily the time-lapse feature was already enabled, so I got to turn my first piece of work into a video, which is good to look back on. I don't normally do a lot of digital art, but at the moment I've got a broken arm, so I can't really do a lot, so I thought I'd give Procreate a go, see what I could come up with and learn the basics. I think I'll definitely use it again. I think that's a really good tool and a really good thing to carry around, doing little bits of sketches and working things out. But anyway, right now I'm just putting some light blue mixture down on top of that embankment. That'll just be the shadow of snow that's underneath. I'll just put a little bit of white on top. I'm not sure how far I'll go yet, but I'll just blend some of that embankment down just so it doesn't look so out of place. Like I say, I'm doing this off the top of my head, so I'm not sure how this is going to work out, but it looks okay so far. For a quick painting like this, normally I'd probably use a palette knife just to go around the embankments or scrape some of those white lines in for the ripples in the water. Just having a little bit of difficulty with that left hand embankment. I don't want it to look too symmetrical. I want them to be a little bit different, a little bit natural. But anyway, I haven't set out to make a masterpiece. This is just to play around with the program, mess about a bit, see what I can do. But the plan is to put more trees on one side. But for now I'll just work on that reflection for a little while. I think that'll do, and just add a few more ripples in the water or bits of ice, and I'll just try and add a tiny little bit of shadow to some of them as well, so they've got a little bit of reflection. We'll put some trees in now, and I think these trees will probably have no leaves as it's winter. That'll be easier anyway. I'll just put a little bit of snow up the side of that tree, and I'll let that brush do what it wants there. I'll just add bits of snow and bits of shadow as I go, and I'll put some bits of foliage coming through the snow there, and twigs. Everything's got to have a little dusting of snow as well. A lot of you probably know the layer tool already, but I discovered it quite late, but it's good for moving things about and rubbing bits out, shaping bits up. That was definitely handy at this point with all the small detail, the twigs and branches. But I've just got to concentrate on a few little bits on the right hand side there, that embankment, a few little details. I'll just put a little bit more snow on that tree. I think that'll do there. And then I need to make it look a bit more wilder on that side. A few more branches and twigs and bits and pieces sticking up and out and everywhere. There we go. I think I might do a big bit sticking out. I noticed if I do them too big, they might need some reflection as well. Put a bit of snow on that. Just have to work a bit on the reflection with the smudge tool, I think, the best I can. And I'll finish doing that moon up there. I'll just leave that one tree on the right hand side there. I think that's complete. I'll just put a couple more on the left there. And I think just to add a little bit of life to it, I'll add a couple of little birds in the middle there gliding across the water. 2 will do. One more tree, last one. This tree's going to be leaning over a bit because that embankment is probably quite soft. Probably a bit more realistic. I think that tree's almost there. Do like that one. Had a little bit of difficulty with that one, but that turned out okay. A few little adjustments on that. And I'll just adjust some of the mist and add a little bit more down near the mountain. Thought I'd better add some leaves somewhere. I do like that bare look to the trees on the left. I'll leave them. I'll just put some leaves on this tree on the right, I think. Start with some dark leaves and a little bit of colour, and then I'll just cover them all with snow. And there we go. And one last thing is I've discovered the layers. I think I'll move that moon just there. And that is it. That is my first oil painting on Procreate. Thank you very much for watching, and please do subscribe, as hopefully I'll be uploading some similar videos in the near future. So thanks again, and I'll see you next time.